Great. So hi, Nancy. I'm
Hi,
Mikaela Curtin.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No, you're
Uh,
welcome. My pleasure.
can you tell me a little bit about your role being a board member on Mikaela?
Well, my role, I think, is to support the organization. My expertise, if you want to call it that, is marketing and communications work. I've been in that field for a long time. I guess my role on the board is to support the organization. You know, we try to listen actively to all of the work the staff is doing and provide feedback wherever we can. We support the staff in all of the great work that they're doing in the community.
Wow, that's awesome. And how long have you been a board member for?
Couple of years. So I'm going into my second term on the board. Yeah.
Okay. And what inspired you to join the board?
Well, I had heard a couple of years ago that Vekova was taking applications for board members. And so I was interested. I took a look at the website, and when I was reading about all of the programs and services that Vekova provides, I found that it really aligned with my value system. You know, I believe that community building is important work, and I want to live in a community that supports diversity and inclusion. And of course, that's the work of Vekova.
Wow, that's awesome. And that's certainly what we're trying to do, especially through our department, through Marcom.
Yes. I think that one of the things that is fantastic, I mean, certainly the recreation programs in this building are great, but what I love are the programs that are outside of this building. The employment program, for example. I mean, what an excellent program that is. Not only is it removing barriers for people who are able and willing to work, it supports them, but it also supports the employer who is aiming to hire this group of workers and helping them to be supportive and helping them to remove their barriers so they can employ a group of really dynamic and willing people who want to contribute to the community.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, as we start to expand on advertising that and telling true stories, Justine has spent a lot of time in following a lot of our employment staff.
Yeah.
And even learning our employees' stories and the hard work that they do is incredible. Like, there's so many facets.
And what a great way for businesses as well to address workforce issues. You know, if you have willing workers who want to work, who are dedicated employees, you have a group of people who can address these workforce issues. Both groups are contributing to the community, and I think that goes a long way to establishing long-term sustainable economies.
Wow, totally.
Yeah.
As a board member, what do you consider your most important responsibility and how do you fulfill it?
I think the most important responsibility as a board member is to really listen to the staff, to hear the hard work that they're doing, to listen to those details and see how we can support the staff while at the same time keeping everyone on track to making sure that everybody is following kind of the strategic direction that the organization has laid out for itself. So I think that's the important work of the board, and I'm happy to do that as best I can.
Wow, great. So you mentioned a little bit about your communications background, and I know kind of off camera we chatted a bit about how you've worked with other nonprofits for a large part of your career in the communications sector. What perspectives or expertise do you bring to Vekova's board specifically?
Well, I think that my work in the economic development world lends itself to this whole concept of community building. How can communication strategies be tailored to ensure presence in the community, to ensure that the community understands all of the benefits of involvement in an organization like Vekova and what Vekova can contribute to the community and how the community can benefit from Vekova's contributions. I think that is an important aspect of the communications work that Vekova can do. And I think that it's on track to doing that.
Awesome. In your opinion, what are the most significant challenges facing the community we serve? And how do you propose addressing them? whether it be as a board member or Vekova as a whole?
I don't know because I'm not part of that community. I think that it's worthwhile to engage that sector of the Calgary community to find out exactly what they need and to find out their perspectives and to find out, how Vekova services could address that segment of our overall community. I think Vekova does a really good job of that, by the way. I think that Vekova is on track to, Vekova knows very well the community that they serve. And I think as long as Vekova can keep constant communication, always evaluating and reevaluating the services that it provides, and always checking back with the community to make sure that everybody is on track, then I think that will go a long way to making sure that your programs and your services are sustainable.
How, as a board, do you navigate that, not being a member of the community?
I think that it's just, making sure that, overseeing, making sure that those questions are being asked of that community, but also being an ambassador as best as you can to the broader community to try to raise awareness about all of the really great services and programs that Vekova provides. So then if we can reach those members of that community or those members who have family members or so on who are part of that community, it's just another way to get the message out.
Yeah.
So I think that there are different ways that you could approach it. And I think that as a board member, to be an ambassador to the broader community all helps in just making sure the messaging is reaching a wide audience.
Interesting. What would you say to anyone wanting to either be on Vekova's board or a different board? What's the first steps?
The first step is to do your research to understand what the organization is about and figure out if you have the right kind of skill set to help them. I think that if you can, go in with a mindset of being of service and being an ambassador to an organization, while at the same time, making sure that there's clear communication with the staff, making sure that the strategic direction is still kind of going forward, then I think that is, what you can contribute as a board member.
Awesome. Is there anything you want to say for the cameras?
I'm really proud to be part of this organization. I think that it does excellent work in the community. I think that people need to go to the website and take a look at all of the programs and services that Vekova provides and understand that these are experts in the field. They know exactly what needs to be done to make sure that Calgary can move forward and be an inclusive community, one that will have long-term sustainability, because we all benefit from having a diverse and inclusive community. And Vekova's job is to make that happen. And they certainly have been doing it for a long time and will continue to do it moving forward. I have no doubt.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.